I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only drug stronger out there than Quaaludes is having a crush. I have to tell you, the sun shines brighter. Music sounds more just music-y. Food tastes better. Life is just better when you have a crush.
That dopamine rush, man.
All those chemicals rushing through your brain. And I think it'll be the one thing I miss about life when I eventually, one day, God willing, get into a relationship. But can you still have a crush when you're in a relationship? That's the question that Dear Media on TikTok posed. And I have to say, it opens up an interesting debate.
I think that that's a sign that you're not with the right person.
Someone that was in my life, she was with her boyfriend for 2 years. She went on a weekend, I don't know, tailgate, something.
Okay.
And she developed a crush. She broke up with the boyfriend and tried to pursue the crush. Ended up being a fuckboy and being what are you doing? I don't care about you.
Right.
Went back to the boyfriend, is now married with kids with the boyfriend. And to be truthful with you, that has always given me pause. Since meeting Steven, have not had a crush.
I always had other crushes on other people.
In other relationships.
So I would always say, it's normal.
Exactly.
If someone asked me, I would be like, oh my God, it's so normal. Trust me, happens all the time.
Right.
When I started dating Cody, I was like, absolutely have never had the desire to have a crush on someone else. And then I was like, maybe you're just not with the right person.
Yeah, so now I would say my final answer is it's not normal.
So if you have a crush in a relationship, does that mean you're with the wrong person?
I feel like the definition of crush has changed with generations. So what is our current definition of a crush?
To me, when you have a crush, it's a lingering infatuation. It's something that you can think about when you're maladaptive daydreaming, when you're just kind of bored and you want to think about something that gets you a little excited. That's having a crush. I think it's different than just being attracted to somebody. If you're attracted to someone, you can see them walking down the street and go, oh, that's a hot person. But you don't have a crush on that person. To me, a crush is sort of it's a little bit, it means a bit more.
A crush goes deeper than just physicality, okay? So yes, you can see somebody and objectively be like, wow, that person's hot, whatever. That's fine. You could find them attractive, that's an attractive person. But with a crush, it's somebody that in your mind, you play out scenarios, you can see yourself with this person. That I feel like is what constitutes a crush. So I personally feel like if you're in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship with my husband and I develop a crush on somebody else, I think that speaks volumes about my current relationship than it does about the crush. That there's something I need to work on within my relationship that I can see myself with somebody else.
I agree with those definitions of a crush. It feels like it's something inside of you that wants to activate that feeling, that you really want to act on it, as opposed to you just think somebody else is attractive. That's just normal human stuff. But having a crush on somebody while you're in a relationship, I think you are probably with the wrong person. Because if you got a crush on somebody while you're with me, it better be a soda.
I can't remember the last time I heard somebody reference crush a soda.
Orange crush, yeah. I'm with you guys. If you develop a crush for somebody else while you are in a relationship, you are either not in love or there is something missing that is causing you that openness to somebody else.
Yeah, I think calling it a crush is basically rebranding emotional cheating, because a crush sounds really cute and innocent, oh, you just have a crush on that person. But in reality, having a crush is so much deeper than, again, just finding somebody attractive. So if you're going out of your way mentally to really have these strong feelings about somebody on a different level than just how they look, and it's something that you feel like, oh my God, I feel like it could go somewhere. If we actually got together, that's emotional cheating. And I think in any other circumstance, we would call it wrong.
I feel like because crush has been, you think crush and you think middle school and high school. So I think the word's been trivialized a little bit.
Or unattainable even. If I'm going out with somebody that's attracted to David Beckham, I got a crush on, you're not going to meet David Beckham, and if he's sitting right next to you, chances are pretty good you're not going to fall in love with each other. That's a crush.
Celebrity crushes, I feel like this, they don't apply in this situation. But if you do have, establish or develop a crush at work or something like that, I feel like that's dangerous territory. And it's what your pastor, Andy Stanley, says. Like, you need guardrails for your relationship.
Yeah.
And establishing crushes, I think, is a red flag.
I'd almost say that, I mean, you want to call it a crush. I would take it one step further and double down and say that's emotional infidelity.
That's what I just
agree.
said.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Sorry. I got to start listening.
Verbatim, baby. What I just said.
I think it sounded better coming out of my mouth.
You know what? Because you signed my check, I agree.
Hey, Darren, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
What up? How y'all doing? I love y'all so much. Oh my God.
Thank you. I appreciate you being part of the show.
All right. So really quick. So my wife told me she works at a law firm, but long story short, works. Sorry, I'm driving.
That's all right.
Dude just cut me off. Atlanta traffic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's worth the ticket. What you're doing is illegal, but I think we're worth it. Go on.
Oh no, it's through my car. I did hands free, baby.
Yeah, of course.
Go.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
So basically, she told me she had a crush on some guy that, was at her work or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's cool, fine. So I was like, but then he started coming over to the house and hanging out. Yeah, for real. Like, he came over to my house a couple of times, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Well, I have a camera at my house, right? And so they decided, well, the camera's weird. Let's take the camera out, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I was like, okay, well, that's weird. I don't want him at my house no more. You told me a crush, and then you invited him over to the house, all this weird stuff, And so it got me all angry, and then he did some dumb stuff to her, started flirting with another girl at work, and then she was like, I don't like you no more, So it was fine, but at the same time, it's like, the whole crush thing, it's like, do you really? I was like, I don't care, but back in my mind, I was like, yeah, I care.
Yeah, you should be caring. Did you say that they said that they didn't want she was uncomfortable with the cameras after a while?
Yeah, so I have a camera that points to my backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the thing, and he came in one time and was like, what's up with that camera? I'm like, well, it's pointing outside. You can hear the audio and everything like that. So anyway, they took it out, and I was like, he's not coming over no more.
Yeah, that's not a crush, bro.
Yeah,
did she ever say to you that they hooked up in your house when you were not there?
Oh, of course not. No, there was none of that, because I have, I have other cameras in there that she don't know about, but that's pointing somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like pointing outside in or whatever, you know what I mean? But she don't know about the camera. So I was, I was secretly listening to the conversations and stuff. They were just working, so it's all good.
Okay.
All right. Uh-huh.
You're a way better man than I am.
way better than I'll ever be.
I will tell you that.
The Bert Show.